Well, I've got my yearly evaluation report, and just like everything else that happens to me at my life on TriMet, I'm putting it up on my blog. And my blog is basically nothing more than my personal diary. Stuff that I'm interested in, stuff that I want to remember. Instead of doing a written diary journal like it used to be, people would write in their diaries, I use media. I use computer, I use video, copy and paste articles, etc. This is the new version of personal diary, is the computer blog. People have the wrong idea about my blog. It's not to take a stand or do this or that politically. It's just my personal diary. And so part of my life is TriMet, and it's an important part of my life. That's a major influence in my life. So everything that happens to me at TriMet goes into my diary, aka my blog. Okay, here we have our operator profile for the year. And page 1, you'll see I had 0 commendation, and the system average per operator is 4.5. So that's a lot of commendations actually per operator. Actually, I don't feel bad about that because I actually discourage anybody from calling me anything like that for me. I don't need that kind of feedback. I had no confirmed complaints. I had no inconclusive complaints. I had 1 cleared complaint. That was a situation where there were 4 drunk wrestlers on an 88 bus who were whistling at the girls. And apparently somebody was upset that I didn't take decisive action, although I did tell these people to cut it out nicely, and they did. But, you know, I don't know what people want me to do. Stop the bus, call the police. You know, you can't do that. They're just being obnoxious. That's the way it is out here. People are obnoxious. It's not illegal. Okay, I had no initial observations. I had no repeat observations. I had no accidents. I had no incidents. So, okay. System average is 1.25 incidents. There were only 295 preventable accidents in the whole TriMet in this 1 year. That's pretty damn good. I mean, that's not many when you think about the total number of hours that these vehicles are on the road. There are 392 non-preventable accidents, which has nothing to do with the bus driver. That has to do. And there was 60 safety related. What's this? That's something new? Safety related. I'm not sure what that is. It used to be called operator no control, when you're just sitting at a red light and somebody smashes into you. I'm not sure what the safety related one is supposed to be. Okay, on to page 2, we have our attendance information. Well, as you can see, I only took 17 hours off last year of paid sick time, when the average is 27.66. So that's pretty good if you ask me. The interesting fact here is the family care average, 70.57 per operator. So that's almost 2 weeks a year per operator. So the system average per operator of time off is 175 hours. So mine is only 17. So that's pretty good. So I'm pretty healthy, I guess. Safe driving award, I have 12 years of safe driving. Okay, mini run operator of the quarter. I qualified 1 of 4 quarters. Well, I don't know how that works, and I'm not interested in being part of that anyway, and I notified them of that. Okay, master operator. I'm a lead operator, I guess. I got my lead operator in 06. And I have SPA, whatever the heck that is. I have no idea what it is, but last number earned 2. So, okay, no big deal here. At least I show up for work. All right, on to page 3. This is a little bit more interesting here. Perfect attendance. I haven't got that. Well, I got that once, I think. But 538 people have perfect attendance in this organization. That's pretty amazing, really, when you think about it. Bus rodeo, 9 people, 1. No, I don't get any of those. I don't get that. General manager, nope. Agency, nope. I did get something called Award Ace. That was 7 years ago. That's basically nothing except somebody in a wheelchair calling up and saying they like you, so it doesn't mean anything anyway. Then they list a bunch of classes that I took, you know, with big deal. And then we get to the interesting part of this report, the on-time performance. Now you see that this latest sign-up, which is a crappy, shitty run, you know, lots of time pressure. Well, I got 74.9% on time and 3% early, and they got a little note there that says I should be less than 2%. You know, they don't get the point, of course, that all of that 3% is in between when I get my bus at Rock Creek and trying to get my ass over to Meridian Park, which has a, you know, a 12-minute layover. I haven't had any layovers since I took the bus, so I'm not waiting at time points on that trip. But you know, they don't know that because they're bureaucrats, and I'm not filling out any yellow cards because they already know what's going on out here. I'm not going to bother with it. Also, they have too many time points on these routes. You know, they have a time point that's 5 minutes away from another time point, and you know, it's just ridiculous. These routes shouldn't have 10 time points on a half-hour route. So they're their own enemies in this, but of course it's easier to blame the operators for this early late baloney than blame themselves, because they're on top and we're on the bottom, so we have to absorb this crap. Anyway, okay, early 3%, late 22%, Piers on time 48%. I guess 76 runs like hell. It's only on time 48% of the time. Leaves late 6.8%. Whatever, you know, I try to leave on time if I can, but you know, these schedules don't work, and it's the agency's fault, not the operator's fault, but you know, they control us, so they can blame us for this stuff, and there's not a damn thing we can do about it.
The beat goes on, the beat goes on. Drums keep pounding a rhythm to the brain. La-da-da-da-dee, la-da-da-da-da.